Hello. It may not be quite as warm out there as it was at the start of last week, but this week will still bring some spells of warm sunshine. Temperatures are still above the average for the time of year. With that, though, a scattering of heavy downpours.
Hello there, good afternoon. Well, following the rather wet weather that we saw yesterday, it's now turned warm, dry and sunny again for the vast majority of us across the capital. Here's Kew Gardens in those sunny spells earlier on this morning and some pigs sunbathing in Enfield Town. Now, the sunshine is set to last as we head through the rest of the day. Should stay mostly dry. It's still feeling warm and the air is still rather humid.
Hello again. I hope you had a lovely Monday. Now, tomorrow's looking a bit hit and miss, really. Quite a cloudy day, and we have got the risk of thunderstorms. So, of course, it'd be good to have the rain, unless you get caught in it. And if you do catch a thunderstorm, you could get a really heavy downpour as well, maybe a chance of a bit of flash flooding. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on and, of course, keep you posted. Into the evening, still a few rumbling around, but they do eventually clear away. And as we head into the outlook, things generally start to calm down and our temperatures on the climb. Here's the pollen. So a bit of a respite tomorrow if you get some rain, but that pollen is still very high generally because we're in peak season. So we've got grass, wildflower and weed pollen as well. I'll see you later on. Cheerio.
Right, he was suggesting there's going to be bad weather coming up. I hope not.
There's a chance again, Clive. I know. Weatherman comes to ruin things, doesn't he? Always. Yes. Maybe one or two of these through tomorrow, but this was from this afternoon in Blackburn. Still one or two showers in Northern England. They are now fading, but the storms are continuing in Northern Ireland and Scotland at the moment. You can see them here on the latest radar picture. Some more persistent rain in Northern Scotland. That all fades tonight, and then we turn our attention further south towards the Bay of Biscay. What has been blossoming into life here is yet more storm clouds, and look at the direction. They're heading their way northwards.
Let's go to Elizabeth, who's decided to climb onto the roof of the O2 Arena in Greenwich. Elizabeth.
Certainly did, Assad. Yeah, I think there's a plane just going up at the moment from London City over to my right. It's lovely being in the studio with you, Assad, but even lovelier to be outside in the actual weather. Lots of blue sky and sunshine. It's a beautiful evening and a lovely panoramic. And as a proud South Londoner, I'm just going to point out over here the Crystal Palace Tower over to my left, and in the distance the Royal Naval College in Greenwich. Of course, much more tricky climb up here than to walk into the studio, of course. So it does look dry as we head through Friday and the weekend. And if we just take a look at the outlook here, then you can see temperatures start to climb again, back up into the high 20s, 29 or even 30 degrees Celsius as we go through the weekend. But keep checking the forecast because it could still change. What isn't going to change is that it's a lovely evening. A little bit of fair weather cloud out there, but not enough to spoil all the sunshine. Assad.
Alex is at Kew Gardens in southwest London. Hot and steamy and a bit stormy, isn't it, for some of us, Alex?
Yes, the weather has been a little challenging for some of us in the last 24 hours, but certainly here at Kew Gardens, the plants and the flowers and also the grass, as you can probably see behind me, would have welcomed yesterday's heavy rain and thunderstorms that came through, although the grass a little on the brown side here. In Yorkshire, within the hour, they had just over 35 millimetres of rainfall, and that did lead to some impacts. In Sheffield, they had flash flooding in some residential areas. In fact, in places, the water was quite deep, coming up to waist height, in fact. That has thankfully receded. But also in North Wales, in Wrexham, the racecourse there had to be evacuated because of a sudden downpour and heavy rainfall. And as we head through the next few days, there will be more rain to come. Hopefully it shouldn't be too impactful, but we will have to really keep a watchful eye on the forecast. That coupled with the heat, which is going to be staying with us through this week as well. So temperatures today have hit 25, 26 degrees Celsius at Santon Downham, actually. But as we head through the next few days, we can see on the air mass chart, we do keep that warm weather with us. So temperatures by the end of this week, creeping into the weekend, are going to be back touching 30 degrees yet again. Taking a look at the outlook, which pushes on towards kind of Thursday and Friday as well, you can see it's drier conditions that we're going to be dealing with, and the temperatures up in the high 20s, as I say, maybe 30 over the weekend. Well, Mary, that's the way it is looking this evening. As I say, no warnings in place at the moment, but as we wake up tomorrow, it will be worth checking to see if that rain is going to be impactful, because it could lead to some impacts across some parts of the country. Back to you.
OK, Alex, thank you.